Okay, today I will be talking shortly about IDEX. What is our purpose? What is our mission? Then I will will move to the reproductive management from economical point of view, and then I would like just to introduce you to Alertis pregnancy tests portfolio, how it works, what is based on. And as I mentioned, we can also show you how it works in practice. So IDEX, who is IDEX? IDEX is a global market leader in veterinary diagnostics, and here we are focusing on all kinds of animals, companion animals. Diagnostic tests is one of our pillar, and also livestock diagnostics, livestock veterinary diagnostics. And today I will be focusing on ruminants. So besides veterinary diagnostics like BSE, MAP, IBR, BVD, we are providing farmers and our partners with innovative tools to check pregnancy, based on or samples. The language and farmers and veterinarians are validated for ruminants like cattle, sheep, goats, and water buffalo. Today we have quite a lot of speech about resilience and how we can improve our resilience in production, in ruminants production, and the mission of IDEX and the goal of IDEX products is to help farmers to run the farms in a more efficient way. And what does it mean? It means that we have to look for area where we can cut the costs, when we can save money, save time, and just to make management in a little bit simpler and easier way. So reproduction in terms of working with cattle is a heart of any kind of farms. If we are speaking about beef or milk, it is the base. So thinking about resilience and make the protocol, the management a little bit easier, we are struggling with time and we are struggling with availability of information. So with the tools which we are providing you with, we can offer you possibility to get this information as soon as possible, as soon as we have warranty that we can provide you with high accuracy of information. And this kind of tool which we can offer you are available on nearly on a daily basis. So having blood sample or milk sample, we can check the pregnancy as soon as possible and throughout the whole gestation. So why it is important to check pregnancy? Because as soon as we know that a cow is not pregnant, she is open, we can apply the action plan. We can start working with veterinarians to figure out why she is not pregnant. What is the problem? What kind of disease are available, are present on the farm? What we can do just to rebreed her as soon as possible. So as also Dr. Dani mentioned, it is always a fight against time. So gaining a few days earlier this information about which cows are open, we can improve the reproductive parameters, and with that we can be more resilient, we can be more profitable, and we can improve the management in terms of reproduction. The open cows create costs. So this is the area where we can implement improvement of the management on the farm. The goal always is to have as many young calves as possible, depending on the farm, either for sale or slaughter or just breeding and producing milk. From the economical point of view, what actually, summing it up, where actually are the area where we are losing money if the calving interval is too long? So actually there are many points, like, with the long calving intervals, we are increasing replacement cost. The work costs are also increasing, so our expenses are increasing. Feed efficiency is dropping down in terms of the calves rate which we can have from one cow. So culling rate is increasing. So these are the area where we can have still look for improvement and to make the management more efficient. In terms of milk production, on top of that, we have lower milk production at the end of lactation. So that is why the possibility to gain a few days earlier information about which cows are open is so critical. Dr. Dani already mentioned how busy veterinarians are. So it is always a fight against time. So with the sample-based pregnancy test, I mentioned that our idea is to make things easier, more accessible. With the sample-based pregnancy test, we can use veterinarian knowledge in a little bit more efficient way to focus their knowledge, to use their knowledge to manage the disease on the farm, to look for improvement of, to look for the area of improvement in terms of managing housing cows, in terms of feeding and disease treatment, prevention as well. What are what actually means sample-based pregnancy test? I already mentioned that what we need is either blood sample or milk sample. And the most important thing related to our test is the fact that we are detecting pregnancy-specific glycoproteins, which are produced by placenta. So actually with that we have direct link between pregnancy, presence of a live embryo of fetus or fetus, and presence of pregnancy-associated glycoproteins in the sample, in blood sample or milk sample. Unlike progesterone, the glycoproteins are present only, are targeting only period of pregnancy. Progesterone we can detect also during the normal cycle. With PACs, we have this direct link between presence of those molecules and pregnancy. The test is developed for ruminants. So we can work with this test for checking pregnancy in cattle, in sheep and goats. And it works only for even-toed ungulates, even during those 2 days during which I am here in South Africa. We had several questions about horses, for instance. So with that, I can say that for horses, the test doesn't work. It is validated only for ruminants like sheep, goats, and cattle. Within our portfolio, we have several tests depending on whom we are working with. All our tests can be used from 28 days after insemination, after breeding, which is really important. And we have 2 types of laboratory tests. ELISA laboratory tests based on milk samples or blood samples. And then we have also 2 farm tests, which can be run without any kind of equipment. So the tests which we have available today for you to touch and check are rapid visual pregnancy test and Alertis on-farm test, which actually can be used directly on the cow side and with short protocol leading to getting you highly accurate information, whether a cow is pregnant or not. How the pregnancy-associated glycoproteins developed. As I mentioned, those glycoproteins are produced by placenta only when the embryo or fetus is present and it is alive. As soon as placenta is created, pregnancy-associated glycoproteins increases. And as you can see on the graph, they remain stable until calving. So with this kind of tool, we can monitor pregnancy whenever it is needed. The Alertis on-farm test, those one which I called cow-side test, is characterized by really high specificity, close to 100, and sensitivity, also close to 100. So with that, we can provide farmers clear information. This cow is open because that is our objective, and with those cows, with those open cows, we can work further. Just leave those pregnant cows which are pregnant, leave them to be pregnant, and get focused with veterinarians on those who need rebreeding or some further treatment. The protocol is really short. Actually, within 5 minutes, if a cow is pregnant, you have the information that she is pregnant. The test actually works like antigen COVID test. So after pandemic, nearly everybody of us is familiar how it works, what is the protocol. So actually it makes the training much easier. And then, and then within, if we want to have verification, if we want to be sure that a cow is open, then we need to wait 20 minutes. But as I mentioned, the specificity of the test is close to 100. So we have the warranty that if a test shows us negative result, the cow is open. I will not go through the protocol, but yeah, as I mentioned, I invite you just to our corner, close to the banners, Alertis banners, for further questions or option just to run some demonstration. We have several blood samples available, so we can work with those samples with you just to give you possibility to touch and play with this test. Yeah, the possible results, as I mentioned, like in the case of the COVID, either positive or negative, but what I would like to highlight here is that as soon as we have developed any kind of color in the reading window, pointer is in the middle, yeah, okay. In the reading window, any kind of coloring, even if it is quite faint, pale, the cow is pregnant. We detected with this test the pregnancy-associated glycoprotein. If a cow is not pregnant, then we have only one line and control line. And then we can apply the action plan for those cows who are not pregnant. In the case of any kind of other result, we have to repeat the test, because the test was not valid and probably there was some kind of mistake in preparation. Summing up, it is easy. It is cow-side tool available for everyone without special experience and special knowledge, special training. So actually, on the farm level, the employees on the farm can work with that, preparing those cows who are open for further cooperation with veterinarian. So it is available on a daily schedule, and it is accurate as soon as we know that the cow was bred 28 days before. With the protocol of a few minutes, we have information, and you can apply the further steps. Sorry. So where are the possibilities to apply this kind of solution, and in which way? So thinking about seasonal calving breeding, like here in South Africa, the first place where we can apply, when we can work with this test, is before even we start breeding of the herd, just to be sure that those cows whom we are going to breed or inseminated are really open. Then after insemination, after breeding, starting from 28 days, we can draw the blood samples and verify whether this breeding, whether insemination was successful or not. And as I mentioned before, it is pregnancy test, but actually the goal is to identify open cows, because only this is only the group which can help us to be more profitable, to improve our final economical result. And then even if a cow is pregnant on 28 days or 30 days, there is no warranty that she will carry the pregnancy until calving. So if we have a tool which is available on a daily basis, there is no obstacle just to repeat testing few weeks later, depending on the protocol, depending on the availability. It can be, let's say, 1 month later, particularly if we are speaking about milk pregnancy. So 65, 75 days later, or close to 90 days, 100 days, just to identify again on the last moment those cows who could lose pregnancy and have the possibility to rebreed them again. And then before selling, it is also important just to know, to be sure that the cow which we are going to sell, depending on the purpose, of course, is pregnant or not. If we are selling those cows to the slaughterhouse, it is quite also important to be sure 100% that the cow are open, because then if we send a pregnant cow to the slaughterhouse, we lose the calf, which could bring us good revenue. And of course, in terms of dairy cows, dairy operations, before drying off, application of sample-based pregnancy test give us a warranty that we are drying off cows who are going to calve. I mentioned that this tool was meant to make life easier for the farmers, but also for the veterinarians. So here is also the possibility to co-work with veterinarians. Veterinarian pregnancy check can be applied in the later stages of gestation, where veterinarian can provide us with more information about whether it is a single pregnancy or twin pregnancy, because then we should apply also different protocols in terms of preparing cows for calving. Concluding, the sample-based pregnancy test can help us with getting information as quickly as possible without all the preparation related to organizing ultrasound or palpation. What we need is just a sample. With this tool, we can improve the workflow on the farm and use the veterinarian knowledge in the most efficient way. We are saving time. We are also reducing the areas where can create where some accidents at work can happen. So with all of that, we can definitely improve the whole turnover of the information and also revenue of running the farms. I have been working with this test for more than 5 years. My responsibility is not the worldwide, but the worldwide. We sold already more than 44 million of the test. Looking from all the product line, milk, blood, and different kinds of blood pregnancy test. So with all of that, I think that this kind of tool have been already proved in many countries, in Europe, Middle East, Africa as well. We are working with our partners in several countries in Africa. With South Africa, we have just started, but I think it is a tool which can help all of us to be more efficient, more productive, and more resilient, considering the changing conditions of working and running beef and dairy operations. The last point is linked to Statbook, whom to contact with Statbook, because okay, today we are present here with Paul, but later on, if you need a little bit more information, or you want to order a test and just to check how it would work and how it would fit to your operation, please contact Talia Brammelt. And if you want just to get your information yourself, we also developed a web page where you can find all the information related to how the tests work, how it should be used, and you can also contact directly Statbook using the form which is on the bottom of the web page. With that, I would like to thank you. And as I mentioned, I invite you for further discussions to Talia, to Paul, and myself. We are here till the end of the session. Thank you very much.